G'day guys, my name's Dave and welcome to another Guitar Zero to Hero song tutorial. And in this lesson, I'm going to teach you how to play Eraser by Ed Sheeran. Now I'm going to teach you all the guitar parts, but I'm also going to teach you how to put them all together using a looper pedal. Now this is a Boss RC3, and using a looper pedal is what Ed Sheeran actually does when he plays this live. So he can combine all the rhythm and the lead guitar and also add a drum beat as well. If you want to master your chords back to front, then be sure to head over to guitar0tohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to improve on your guitar, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. Now for the basics of this song, you'll need your guitar in standard tuning and you will need a capo on the 4th fret of your guitar. Let's jump into the song and let's start with the rhythm guitar. Now this is really simple. It's just based around 3 chord shapes. So we have E minor, C, and then our D chord. So really easy. Now the toughest part about this song is keeping the rhythm. Now we have a lead in note here and it's really simple. It's just the 3rd fret of the 6th string. Now you're gonna hit that note and slightly bend it. So you can just slightly bend it downwards like that. And then we go into the main riff, which is 1 line of tab. Now it starts with the E minor and we're going to strum that with a down up. Now after the down up, you just want to quickly mute the strings by putting your palm onto the strings so it doesn't ring out. On the 2 beat, we're going to do a percussive mute. Now that's going to emulate the sound of a snare drum. So to do that, it's essentially a down strum, but the palm of your hand's going to come onto the strings at the same time as you strum, and that way you get that percussive mute sound. So that occurs on the 2 beat, and we're going to strum the E minor again, but this is an up strum on the R beat after the 2. So it's going to go like this. 1 E and a, 2 E and a, like that. Now that up strum, again, you hit that up strum and mute it right after. So 1 E and a, 2 E and a, 3 E and a. On the 4, we're going to do another muted strum like that. And then after that, we're going to go to our C chord. Now this starts on the R beat after the 4. So we actually start this C chord with an up strum. So it's up, down, up, like that. And then after that C, on the 2 beat, we do a muted strum. And then on the R beat after the 2, we go to a D chord and do the up, down, up. Don't let the strings ring out after that. And then on the 4 beat, again, we do another muted slap. So basically on every 2 and 4 beat, we have that loud muted slap. After that final muted slap, we go back to our lead in note, which is that 3rd fret of the 6th string, and bend it. And that's on the end beat after the 4. And then we just go back to the start. And that's the main chord progression. Now, again, it has all to do with timing, so please just take it slow and work your way up. So again, 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and 1 E and 2 E and 3 E and 4 E and That's at a slow speed, but once you build it up, it will sound like this. And let's include the lead-in note at the start. Now up here in the tab, I have the suggested strumming direction. Now that is quite particular and it is the best way to strum this rhythm. That's it for the main rhythm. So now let's go to the pre-chorus, which is really simple. There's 2 lines of chords here. We start with a C add 9, then we go to a G, then we go to a D, and then an A7 sus2. So keep your ring and pinky finger on the 3rd frets of the 1st and 2nd string. Index just goes onto the 2nd fret of the 4th string, and we're strumming from the 5th string onwards. And that's A7 sus4. The second line of chords is C add 9, G, D, and then a B7, like that. Now each chord is going to be strummed with the nice and easy strumming pattern that sounds like this. Down, 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 up. The only chord that's not is the B7, and that's just strummed once and you quickly mute it afterwards. So in total, the pre-chorus sounds like this. Now let's get to the lead guitar. What we're going to do is take our index finger and put it on the 7th fret relative to the capo on the 3rd and 2nd strings. Now we're going to start by plucking the second string and hammering on and pulling off 1 fret up. So it's a pluck on the second string, hammer on, and pull off, like that. And then your ring finger comes onto the 9th fret of the 3rd string, hit that, and pull off to the 7th fret that you already have with your index finger. So those hammer-ons and pull-offs all together. After that, your ring and middle finger are going to come back onto the 9th and 8th frets like this. You're going to pluck both those strings at the same time, lift those fingers, and then hit the barred 7th frets of the 3rd and 2nd string. So the first bar, 1, like that. And then for our second bar, we go down here. You're going to have your ring and pinky finger on the 5th frets of the 3rd and 2nd string. Have your index finger here ready on the 3rd fret of the 2nd string, because we're going to pluck the 2nd string and pull off. And then hit the 3rd string, like that. And quickly mute it after. And we move up 2 frets and do the exact same thing, like that. And that's it for the main riff, which sounds like this. Now note that the riff doesn't start on the 1 beat, it starts on the end beat. And those are all the guitar parts for this song. So let's talk about how Ed Sheeran actually does this live and uses a loop pedal to put it all together. Now first off, he actually changes that main rhythm a little bit. So I've already taught you the main rhythm, which sounds like this. But what Ed Sheeran does when he plays this live is he adds all these mutes in between those chords. So he's constantly keeping time. And this actually really helps when you're using a looper pedal, because you got a constant sense of time. Now, if you have a bad sense of time with the looper, things can get out of hand very quickly. So basically the tab will look like this now, and you're just constantly strumming with a down-up motion, basically, at 16th notes. So I'll play the riff again, but with all these accented mutes in between. Now a trick to get those mutes properly is after you've strummed the chord and you don't want the chord to ring out anymore, just put your fingers flat onto the fretboard, especially your ring finger here, and then when you strum, you only get that rhythm. So again, with the lead in. So notice how my strumming hand's constantly just going down, up, down, up, down, up. It's just keeping time, keeping rhythm. So now I've taught you the variation of the rhythm that we're going to use for this looped version. Now let's talk about the logistics and how we're actually going to use the pedal to put the rhythm and the lead together. Now the pedal I'm using here is the Boss RC3, but a similar principle will apply to other looper pedals as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to start by recording our rhythm phrase. Now we're not actually going to start this on the lead-in note. You're going to actually push down on the pedal and start recording on the 1 beat. So that's when we hit the E minor chord. So you can hit the lead-in note, and then as soon as we go for that down strum, that's when we push down. Now I'm going to do 2 playthroughs of the rhythm, and after 2 playthroughs, and when we get back to the 1 beat, that's when I'm going to push the pedal down again. And that will signal to the looper pedal that we've stopped recording that first rhythm part, and then it's going to just play that over and over again. The other thing that's going to happen is it's going to start recording my second part. So as soon as I'm done with the rhythm part, I will go instantly and start playing the lead part. After the lead part's done, I'll push the pedal again, and then it stopped recording, and it will just play back again and again what I've already recorded. So let's give it a shot and see how it sounds. So stop the recording function, and you can hear that it's just looping again and again the rhythm and the lead that I've recorded together, which is really cool. Now when I push on the pedal quickly twice, it's going to stop the loop, like that. And when I want the rhythm and the lead to come straight back in, because it's already recorded, I'll just push that pedal again and it'll come straight back in, like that. Now if I want to add extra layers, that can be done as well. I will push play, so the loop will play, and then I'll push it again, and then it will start recording my next phrase on top. And you can just keep doing this again and again if you want. So let's give that a shot. So now that picking's on top of the rhythm and the lead, which is cool. So you get a really, really full sound here. If you want to undo the last part that you've just done, whilst it's playing, you just hold on to the pedal and then it'll get rid of that last part. It will just undo it. Now to stop the loop, we're just going to push it twice like that. You can push that to start it, and then when we get to the pre-chorus, that's where we're going to need to stop it. So in order to stop it at the right point, you're going to need to tap your foot on the end 1 beat. So let's say our riff's like this: 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. So end 1, that's where you're going to need to tap your foot. And that will ensure that the loop will stop, and then you can go in with the pre-chorus. So let me demonstrate. And 1. And then we go back into the chorus, which is really awesome because it's already pre-recorded, and we just double tap to stop. Now you can really have so much fun with a looper pedal, and of course Ed Sheeran uses a looper for nearly all his songs that he plays live, really. So highly suggest you get one. Boss are a great brand. They have heaps of different looper pedals. So now I'm going to be playing through a portion of this song, and I'll have a vocal track on top for some context. Now I'm not going to play the looped version in this playthrough. I'm just going to do 2 recordings and put them together just so you can see the lead and you can see the rhythm at the same time. And I know most of you don't have a looper pedal as well, so this is just easier for the people out there with just a guitar. So feel free to play this back as many times as you'd like to practice, play along to, and see how you go. A big thanks also to my friend Tugla for lending his vocals to this playthrough.
Instead, I look in the mirror, questioning what I've become. Guess it's a stereotypical day for someone like me, without a 9-to-5 job or a uni degree. Caught up in the trappings of the industry. Show me the wrong door, I'll find another use for the key. And you'll see, I'm well aware of certain things that will destroy a man like me. But with that said, give me one more.
Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to head over to guitarzerotohero.com to pick up my free guitar ebook. Or if you want to take your guitar to the next level, then sign up to Guitar Zero to Hero Premium, which is my complete step-by-step guitar course. It'd mean the world if you could hit that like button, hit subscribe, click the little notification bell as well so that you don't miss out my updates. Please leave your thoughts, comments, questions and requests down below, and I'll see you guys next time on Guitar Zero to Hero. Cheers.